Hope this email finds you well. Overworked and Underplayed is a not safe for work Dungeons & Dragons actual play podcast about a group of young professionals from the real world who find themselves transported to a strangely familiar place full of fantasy and magic. See attached for episode description and content warnings. Thanks for listening.
Have you been accused of a crime, but you don't want to do the time? Call me, Saul Goodelf, attorney at law. Just the other day, I had a group. I wasn't even representing them. I was the opposing legal counsel, and I still worked hard to get them a good deal where they got out of an intellectual property crime and ended up employed out of it. But don't listen to me. Listen to some of my amazing testimonials.
When I was incapacitated in a carriage accident, Saul Goodelf fought for me. He got me 3,000 gold.
Now that's what I call money.
Hi, my name is Taylor Jacobs. When I was pressured into signing a contract with Blue Gull, I was like, oh man. But it was actually it was Saul Goodelf.
Get the name right. Come on, get the name right.
And he got me exactly, maybe I thought was something that I would get.
That's exactly right. Don't let something as simple as committing a crime come between you and your personal time. At Saul Goodelf and Associates, we fight for you. Just because somebody thinks you did something doesn't mean they can prove it, and that's what really matters. So call me, Travaria, Saul Goodelf and Associates.
Compensation not guaranteed.
Welcome to Overworked and Underplayed, a D&D podcast for young professionals by young professionals. I am your district manager, Alex Capps, and today's icebreaker is how do your characters plan to spend New Year's?
Hi, I'm Kyle. I play Jimmy Sticks. He is a gnome artificer. For New Year's, Jimothy has collected a database of free for temporarily only fans. He's got the week off.
Is he gonna come out like Quagmire in the episode of Family?
His eyes are bloodshot and like one buff arm.
Ew. That's exactly what I was thinking.
What up? It's your boy Marcel Hardy playing Richard Cox, a human consultant turned halfling bard who wholly believes it's better to be lucky than good, but it's best to be both. And for New Year's, he's going to do what he always does and get shit-faced and hide money all over his apartment. So when he wakes up with a hangover and can't remember where the money is, he'll have little surprises throughout the year when he finds them.
I love it.
I'm just wondering how much money Richard's lost from having like friends over and they're like, oh,
Here's $50.
$50.
Oh, shit.
Hi, my name is Annalyn Hardy, and I play Taylor Jacobs, a centaur barbarian with a heart of gold. So for New Year's, she always uses it as a networking event. Y'all know she's always working, but she definitely dips out before the kiss at midnight because she feels like that would be super weird to do with one of her coworkers or someone she wants to work with eventually. And then she goes back home and has some essential oils. So.
Hi, I'm Katie, and I play Crystal. She is a drow druid and the owner of her very own MLM, Crystal Clarity. For New Year's every year, it's always the same. She has a new product launch, but it's only for her downline, so they can purchase the product directly from her and then sell it. So it's like a special sale for her downline.
Oh my God.
Hey, I'm Marjorie. I play Amy Ann, a basic B, rough and tumble human fighter with a freshly minted dentistry degree. Her New Year's, I guess, regular cadence is to get together with her family. They open a few bottles of that Welch's sparkling juice, and they pretend it's real, real alcohol, but they drink that up and they have a great time. It's also a good day to, sit down and think about your New Year's resolutions for the year coming up.
First
So
of
I have
all,
a
Martinelli's,
question.
what are you
Do
doing
they
with
put
Welch's?
straws in the
sorry, yeah.
champagne flutes?
So that was my first question. Is it red or is it white?
Definitely white. I mean, it's
Okay.
harder to make, pretend that it's
And
actual.
is it in a straw?
Yeah.
Because it's white.
She drinks her coffee with
Yeah,
a straw.
coffee. So I would say
Yeah.
probably not, because they're going for like the actual pretending it's real
Yeah.
kind of.
Hi, I'm Tyler. I play the IT paladin known as Bentley, and Bentley's going to do the same thing he did last year. Sit around, play League of Legends with whoever happens to be online while doing shots when he Probably wins because he loses more than he wins lately.
Fake sad.
That is not sad.
It's sad that you lose more than you win.
Oh, yeah. League of Legends sucks. Especially in preseason. Yeah, it's a terrible game.
All right, you're up. Ah, yes. And your DM does what he does every year. I gather all the necessary supplies, build a pillow fort in my living room, drink whiskey, and sharpen my machete in the event that Y2K has decided it's ready to come back for seconds. As you guys remember, when we last left off, Jimmy and the gang had managed to reach somewhat amicable terms with Bluegill to avoid any kind of jail time or fines, and are now employees of said company, or at least they have a contract. So we're going to pick up there with you guys getting released from the jail.
Guys, we renegotiated. We didn't take the first offer, but I did shit in the interview. So there's that. Sorry.
We really,
It's really embarrassing.
Hey,
I just object to the whole thing. Like, I can't consent to it, so it's not real. That's what I'm choosing.
Well, I think we should probably try and find everybody else. We kind of just ditched them.
Well, you know,
No,
they could have
they
followed
ditched
us if they were
me.
really interested in coming with us.
Jimmy. We should have a debrief and after action about that, because we should probably maybe not be stealing things in a place that we don't know.
I don't know their rules, therefore they don't apply to me.
I think we can
Sorry,
imagine.
officer, I didn't know that was illegal.
Let's all just imagine that we are the lowest on the totem pole and try and build ourselves up from there.
I've never been the lowest on the totem pole.
Except for you, Crystal. Absolutely. Absolutely. You're right there at the top. It's me and Jimmy, really.
Yeah, okay. That's
It's a
fine.
position I'm very used to being in on account of my stature.
Started from the bottom.
And I'm there.
So yeah, let's maybe go back to where we.
Do you want to just go to the
Departed
lobby
ways?
or?
Yeah,
Like, maybe the lobby sounds good.
they know where we are.
It's about this time Saul Goodelf comes back in and he hands you papers and he's like, okay, you're free to go. You know, everything's taken care of. The last thing I got to give you is here's your notice to report to onboarding. And he hands each of you like a piece of paper. It says to show up at this address at this time or you will be arrested under penalty of law.
I will read it and be there on time.
Excellent. That's all we ask for. It's a fair deal.
What time of day is this?
He looks at the paper and he says 8 in the morning.
8 a.m. is too early for me. I need to get my morning routine in place. So can we move it to 9?
Tell you what, I'll see what I can do.
Mm-hmm.
But if you don't hear from me, just assume the 8 o'clock time is still the start time. But I will definitely see what I can do for you.
I appreciate that.
Oh, very welcome. Very welcome. Have a good day, everyone. So the guards come out and they take the ankle chains off of you and lead you back out the front and give you your stuff back and everything. And then there you are at the entrance to the guardhouse.
Can we go to the guards and ask them where the lobby is?
The guard looks and goes, what's a lobby?
Oh no.
Why don't we just Crystal walks up to him and she's like, hey, I have all of these friends and I'm expecting them here. Do you mind sending for them?
He just kind of looks at you and he's like, sending for them?
Yeah, call on your little intercom system or whatever you have and just announce that we're waiting for them and they should meet us here.
Intercom.
I can't.
You know, send them a message or whatever.
Oh, you want to send them a message?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah, and he points at a wizard just standing in the corner with a big purple robe on and a pointed hat, and it says Bluegill across the chest.
Oh.
Okay, you're saying we have to go talk to your nerd friend about it?
Wow!
Oh my God, so
brutal!
Taylor
We
is
did.
disrespected by Bentley one too many times.
She's like, I've had it with these nerds.
Emotionally scarred. She'll never be the
It's like I've had it with these nerds. Now I'd like to roll for intimidation. He looks at you and says, I don't know what a nerd is. That's a wizard. But he operates as a Bluegill terminal. He should be able to contact your friends if they're registered with Bluegill services.
I don't think that any of us are registered with any service here.
Oh,
actually.
why not? It's great.
Is it?
Yeah.
We're a little new. Would you mind helping us set up an account?
Well, he looks and he sees your papers and he goes, "Oh, you're onboarding with Bluegill tomorrow, it looks like."
So we just have to wait until then?
Yeah, he says they'll do all that for you free of charge. Otherwise, you have to pay them money to register you.
Oh.
Okay, so can we go to the nearest bar?
Yes. I think as long as we have someone that has eyes on the road for when inevitably, hopefully, they come and back to get us, to look for us, that we should be okay.
We should go to the Bluegill employee, ask him where the nearest bar is.
We have
That's
a
going to
long
be money,
day.
though.
I thought the services were free of charge. That's the point of them being here.
I think that that is true for Google back at home.
All right. Well, we're just going to start wandering till we find the nearest alehouse.
I think that there are still signs in this place. Like, if we just use our reading eyes, we can.
Taylor, tell me what your centaur eyes see.
Put me on your shoulders and let me read a sign.
Much higher.
That's true. Okay, so Taylor's gonna pick up Jimothy and just hold him up like like Simba, like Simba from The Lion King.
I look across the street and I see a bar that's like, got their version of neon, which I just imagine is some sort of ethereal glow. Ah, perfect. That way.
That one, all right. Puts you back down on the ground.
Thanks.
From where you were, you would have spotted a bar just on the other side of the bulwark from the government sector in the corporate sector.
Which one was expensive again?
Yeah, hold on.
I don't want to wander too far from where we are, because we'll lose them.
if
We're
we could
probably
find
going
the
to
main
have to find a
entrance to the
place to
building.
spend the night. If we're not going to find our friends, we're probably going to need, I at least need a hot shower, at the very least.
I don't think that's the kind of shower you're going to get if you ask for one.
Huh?
What kind of shower?
What are you thinking?
We had to explain to them a lot. I don't think they have running water or, anything reasonable.
Oh, well, maybe, I don't even know. I think they do. And so I'm going to choose to live in that delusion until proven otherwise. So we should probably find a place that we can crash. And possibly a bar might
Hotel
also
bar.
be a tavern.
There you go. We've traveled
Seems like a
for work
tavern
before.
location. Seems like a
Per
community
diem.
that has taverns, if you ask me. So
So, is there anything in our immediate vicinity that looks like a place we could stay, a place we could drink, anything like that?
So, just outside of the guardhouse, as you look around the public square, you see a lot of what look to be like legal offices and administrative offices, and you see a few food carts around. You do see one building that looks very nice, very ornate, and old, called the Governor's House. And there's a sign below that shows public house and has a arrow pointing towards one of the doors.
Okay, that seems to be our place.
sounds good to me. It looks nice. Looks
Okay,
clean.
let's go check it out.
Hopefully, we meet our friends there.
Maybe so.
It is a public place, clearly.
It says right on the door.
It does say that right on the door.
Earlier in the day,
Where were the rest of you when we ended?
Bentley wanted to talk to the guards because he wanted to join the guard. We said that we were going to do that after talking to Bluegill, which we finished. So I'd imagine that we would be on our way, hopefully to the same building where our co-workers had been detained.
Okay, so I'd say after about 30 minutes to an hour of wandering around, you guys managed to find your way over to the guardhouse. What's your play, Bentley?
I'm gonna open the door and walk in.
Person behind the desk looks up from their papers. Yes, can I help you? Is this an emergency of some kind?
Oh no, I was told I could come here and put in an application for work.
For work? You wish to be a guard?
Sure.
He looks at your armor and those symbols. I'm not familiar with them.
Yeah, I don't know what they are either. I'll be honest with you.
He looks very confused and he says, "Are you a man of faith?"
I mean, I have faith in operating systems.
Oh my god, he's gonna start a new religion here. All hail Linux! All hail Lord Linux!
It's going to directly compete
No,
against
it's going to be
Crystal's
Team
cult.
Android. Maybe we should create Apple since Google's here. Maybe Android already exists, so we just need to create a competitor.
Create an iOS.
So they say, well, normally She looks at. She says, "Are you a paladin?"
I mean, I don't know. I just got here.
Oh, you just seem a bit more put together than most of our usual applicants.
Where would someone more put together go to learn more things then?
Wow. She says, well, most paladins receive orders from their faith.
How does one acquire a faith? You talking about like a religion?
Yes, there's kind of a whole thing about it.
Oh, okay.
You have this moment of clarity and deity speaks to you. Do the voices speak to you?
I mean, I've never been to therapy, so I don't think so.
Therapy. What is this therapy?
You talk to someone about your problems.
That sounds nice.
Yeah, you should try it sometime.
Did you invent this?
Sure.
Where can I sign up?
Anyway, so where would one find, I guess, churches or temples in the city?
Well, the largest collection of them are at the Chapel of the Athenaeum. There, you can actually find an altar to all 5 of the great dragons.
Okay. It sounds like a lot of things happen at the Athenaeum here. They're like just a bunch of railroads going there.
The Athenaeum is what draws most people to come to our fair city.
All right.
It's a place of higher learning and higher beings.
Okay, well, I'll go there and check it out. Thanks for your information.
Did you still want to put in an application? And you can see that like the person holds up a piece of paper they've been filling out as you've been talking.
I'll take it and think about it. I want to go talk to the church people first. And
okay.
See.
Here you are.
Well, thank you. Bentley takes the application and is like, all right, well, have a good day. Maybe find a therapist or something if you need to talk about your problems, and like walks out.
All right. So as you go to walk out, can you make me a perception check?
Yeah. That is a 10.
Okay. So with a 10, as you're walking out the door, you would faintly hear.
Did the rest of us hear that? And by the rest of us, I mean...
Did y'all all go inside?
Yeah, we were just right there.
Yeah, I will say that's good enough. Y'all
you didn't
all
feel the
heard
need
that.
to comment on therapy or anything?
No, you seem to have had it handled.
What was that? Sounded like a chicken or something.
The person behind the desk turns and says, "Oh, that was probably Harvey, the Birdman. He's a lawyer."
That's interesting. Our friends are in jail.
Do you know where we could find this bird person?
Well, if
Seems
he's
nearby,
with clients
yeah.
right now, they're in pretty tense negotiations, I hear, with one Bluegill Industry.
Oh, that sounds about right.
It's best not to interrupt them.
Okay.
Should we go somewhere and wait for them near here then? So we can... Is there visitor hours for visiting prisoners?
Not for anyone who's committed a crime as bad as heisting of intellectual property.
Oh, yeah. I wouldn't really want to associate with people like that
Well,
anyway.
you know,
I was
there's
just
a
curious.
working theory that it's a communicable disease.
Oh, okay.
That once someone begins stealing things, people around them begin stealing compulsively. Like they have no control.
I agree, Bentley. Let's go see if we can wait, maybe in a lobby or
Well-
something.
What is a lobby?
It's like a waiting room.
Like a foyer.
Yeah,
Oh, a foyer.
exactly.
I don't know how to say
Yeah. If you're looking for somewhere to wait for people, there's a public house just across the square.
You want to do that? What time of day is it?
It's probably about 1 in the afternoon.
1 in the afternoon. You
I
guys
could-
want to get some lunch? Maybe.
Do they have
could
food
eat.
there?
They have delicious soup.
What
All right.
kind of soup?
We can go find out.
There's
This poor
multiple
receptionist.
Okay. Well, yeah. Let's go. Let's go try this place's mysterious soup.
Yeah.
Thanks for the information. Have a good day.
Okay. Seriously though, if you want to submit that application, just bring it back and I'll process it through.
Okay. Yep. Yeah. Do. And then like walk out. I want to look at the application. What's on the application? Is it just basic information?
It
or-
basically just has so there's one line that says, "What is your name?"
Okay.
There's another line that says relevant experience with a question mark. And then the last line is, "Are you a criminal?"
It's essentially the loan forgiveness application.
Oh God.
Do you exist?
Can I just say that I filled that out like whenever it went live. I actually stopped in the middle of it and checked the URL like
See if
8
it's a
times
scam?
because I thought it was a scam.
That's exactly what I
Because
did.
it was so easy and efficient. I was like, "There's no way the government did this."
Yeah, as what I did, because I was at work and I was like, I'm not going to click the link in my email, so I Googled it to try to find it.
Right.
And I was like, all right, that's a .gov URL. It's probably safe. I clicked it, and I was like, this feels
I
the
just
same. But
I just love how cynical and pessimistic we are in our age range because the government's like, "Here, we want to give you $10,000," and we're like, "Psh, that's fake."
well, so in my case, it's one of those things where I see like phishing attempts all the time. At
Yeah.
work.
All right. So, you guys heading to the public house?
Yep.
Yes.
Okay. So you guys would see the building I described earlier. It's almost like I was trying to figure out a way to get you guys to meet somewhere.
Fancy
Uh,
that. Wild.
So you guys arrive at the public house and you see what appears to just be like your traditional fantasy style pub. People smoking in one of the back corners. There's people playing cards at one table. And there's a giant cauldron of soup in the fireplace. And as you come in, you see a person behind the bar look and goes, just kind of nods. You see as he takes his rag and kind of starts wiping down the bar in front of a few seats at the bar. And then turns back around and starts cleaning glasses.
I guess that's our cue to go sit
Let's
down.
go sit. So as we've been in this city, walking around now in this tavern, do we notice any is everyone a human? Are there strange what does everybody else look like?
So in that bar, you would see some humans. You would see some other people who look kind of human-like, but something like you look at me like something's weird about some of them. Like their ears are either long or they have a skin tone you're not generally used to see. You see at least one other person who looks like purple, like crystal.
Okay.
And you would also see what appears to be a couple of small, like short people that are green, almost leathery skin with pointed ears.
Well, this
All right, well-
this soup smells pretty good. Excuse me, bartender, how do we obtain some of that? What's the price?
He looks at you and he says, soup is on the house, 3 drink minimum.
Is that per person or per group?
He looks and he says, that's per person.
I thought I'd ask.
You're gonna try to negotiate that one too.
What?
All right, everyone.
it's so early, guys. I mean, I feel like we're still kind of at work. Should we drink? Can we just buy the soup?
He
Bentley's gonna look at her and be like, "Yeah, I'll take your best drink."
he says, well, we have 2 drinks.
Okay, which one do you
We
like
have
the best?
ale and ale light.
Okay, I don't want the light.
Ah, good man. Ale heavy it is.
Oh god.
And he grabs one of the glasses, fills it up, and you see what appears to be a very cloudy looking like ale, and he just sits it in front of you. And he says, that'll be 1 silver.
Bentley pays in the silver.
Do you want to go ahead and prepay for your other 2 drinks and get
Sure.
a bowl of soup?
Yeah, that works.
All right. And he puts 2 acorns in front of your glass.
Okay.
If you want to drink and I'm not here, just hand over one of the acorns. They'll have you covered.
Okay.
He says bowls are on top of the hearth, and you see some clay bowls above the pot of soup.
All right. I mean, Bentley's gonna go get the soup. They have like bread to go with it.
Well,
I guess the bread's in the.
you
in
would
the
you would
cup.
see some bread up on the hearth as well.
Gotcha. Bentley's gonna get soup and bread.
Okay.
Amy Ann's just gonna give the guy 3 silvers and says, "Can I just have some soup?"
He puts 3 acorns in front of you. He goes, "Go ahead.
What do I do with these? I'm not
If
a
you
chipmunk.
want if you want a drink, you give me one of those. It's just so we can show you."
Oh, okay, and I
prepaid."
just hand them directly back to him.
You
Yes.
want all 3?
Okay.
I don't want any drinks. I
I'll
just
do
want
now.
the soup.
Okay.
You don't have non-drinkers here? What's this?
It's just. I mean, would you like water?
Oh, sure.
Okay, I can do that.
Okay.
All right.
That'd be
You're
one
good.
acorn.
This acorn system's a little nuts. Thank you for that. Anna.
Wow. If only
But Jenna's
Taylor
with
was
you.
here, she would have some funny comment to make about this.
No, at this point, I'm like, I'm just doing it.
All right, and then the bartender looks down and he says, "How about you?"
Richard looks up. It's like, oh yeah, I'm here too. Yeah, I'll take all 3. I'll take all 3 up front. And then hands him
Excellent.
3 silver.
Are you going to get soup,
Yes.
Amy? So as you turn around to go get soup, when you come back, there's 3 glasses of water sitting in front of your chair.
Okay.
And then you would find 3 ales.
Sweet. Was I able to reach the soup, or did I need to ask for help?
There's a little step stool.
Perfect.
There's goblins here. They're you know.
Richard's never not been the tallest person before. He doesn't know how this works.
And what you find, Bentley, when you get over there is you find it appears to be probably day old like bread, and you find like a simmering cauldron of what appears to be potato soup.
All right, perfect. That's exactly what I want.
Well, that's good because that's all you got.
So when we're back at the table, it's like, all right, so Dr. Amanda Bentley.
Oh, just call me Amy Ann. Don't. I mean, we're friends here.
All right, Amy Ann. So what are we going to do? We can't just leave them.
I mean, we could.
We can't.
But he's my coworker, and I would feel bad, though the other two...
I feel like we should at least maybe try to make contact with them, see how they're
Yes.
doing. Maybe they have more information. Maybe they've already talked to a lawyer. We don't know. So maybe if we go see if we can talk to them and then make a plan from there. It doesn't seem like we can do much unless we bust them out, and I feel like that would be even more illegal.
Yeah, that
I'd
sounds
rather
way
not.
worse.
So
I feel like that would really...
How loud are y'all conversing about this?
I would say normal.
normally, not
Okay.
hiding it.
I need all 3 of you to make a perception check.
14.
Rolled a 9.
Amy Ann is 10.
So you got a 14?
Yeah, Bentley got a 14.
Okay, so Bentley, out of the corner of your eye, as y'all are talking about this, you see one of the goblin's ears kind of twitching.
Hey, guys, I think we have someone trying to listen in on our conversations. He kind of lowers his voice so that maybe he doesn't hear.
Can you make a stealth check?
Sure. 10 minus 2 is 8.
So you quiet down.
Guys, I think that maybe someone is trying to listen in on our conversation.
Amy Ann was like, who? Makes it
Don't-
really
don't
obvious
look.
looking around the room.
All right.
Little green dude with the twitchy ear.
Oh. Well, we haven't said anything suspicious, I guess, have we?
So Bentley, do you point at him?
No, I'm not going to point at him.
Okay.
But I'm going to be like, does anyone else sketched out?
Do you think we're being followed? Have you seen that guy before?
I mean, no, but
Well,
he's,
then he could just be coincidence.
he's clearly listening to us.
What? Let's say some. Oh wait, this is it. Science. We're gonna do an experiment. We're gonna say some absolutely absurd things and see if he reacts. And then if he does, then we know he's listening. But if he also doesn't, because he should be listening to us now, we'll also know he's listening.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Just
and
say,
I
just
refuse.
say nonsense things. Bless you.
Sorry, yeah, Bentley choked on a potato.
All right. So while y'all been carrying on, all of a sudden, hello, friends.
Hello.
We're going to look and see who it is.
You see like a little green hand holding a mug that just slammed on your table, and you hear the screeching of a chair pulling up, and you see this little goblin climb up. He goes, I couldn't help but hear that you have some friends who are in quite a predicament.
Friends is a bit of a stretch.
Yeah.
Acquaintances, maybe?
Can Taylor take psychological?
She's
like, I don't know
Taylor
why, but I
feels
feel
it.
that.
Hello, sir. What's your name?
Oh, yes, where are my manners? My name is Nimio.
Hi, Nimio.
Yes. I overheard your friends. Are they in legal trouble?
We think so. I'm not sure if we have all the facts yet, but
I mean, they were arrested, so by default, that's probably legal trouble.
Oh, what were they arrested for?
What did they say?
Alleged.
yeah. I kind of like elbow Bentley to like. Psh.
Oh, okay.
What's it to you,
Oh,
Nemo?
Look. I know people. I've
was Nemo.
helped get people out of little scrape ups before, and you don't appear like you're from around here.
That's an astute observation.
Yep.
I just thought I would offer my assistance, to some far travelers. I know things in the city can be very different from where many people hail from.
Okay. So what are you, a lawyer?
No. I know lawyers, though.
Okay.
Sorry. I know I'm not, but I do know, and that makes me an expert. I watch court TV.
Do you have like like reviews of people, vouching for your services or anything like that?
I'm sure that I could dig some people up that.
They are dead?
No, not literally. Goodness gracious. I'm not I don't do that kind of work. That's my cousin. That's a whole other thing. But if you need someone taken care of, I know a guy.
So can Amy Ann like determine if this guy seems really suspicious or anything like that?
So make me an insight check.
Do you happen to know guys for everything?
I know a lot of people. That is my trade, is knowing people and knowing how to help others with what they need.
Do you recognize any of these symbols?
He looks and he says, And you see as he like reaches in his bag and he pulls out this obnoxiously oversized like magnifying lens, and he gets uncomfortably close.
Bentley
And he goes,
very uncomfortable, like the personal.
and you see as
space.
his little scaly finger starts like rubbing the armor. He goes, yes. This looks like one of the emblems of one of the great dragons.
Okay, one of the great dragons. How many great dragons are there?
Five.
There's 5.
Oh, she did say that earlier, didn't she?
Yeah, everyone knows that. There's 5
We're
great
not from here.
dragons. He's very confused. It's like
The loading screen just in circles.
he's sitting there and he's like having to come face to face with the idea that people might have different beliefs elsewhere. Yes. One of the 5 great dragons. Although I'm not a very religious being. There are others who would know more, but I do know a guy who could tell you all about that.
Which great dragon?
He looks at it and he goes, "That's not my strong suit. I know people, not dragons."
Okay, that's fair. You were doing an insight check. I was just buying time.
Very bad. It was very bad, actually. A 6.
Oh, you think that this guy is your best friend?
I did a hard pivot right now.
Okay,
So
so
here
he's
is-
just trustworthy, right? Okay.
Yes, she
Okay.
thinks he's very on the level.
Okay.
So she's a bad judge of character. Got it.
She's a dentist, for God's sake,
She knows their mouths.
not their minds.
So,
So he has very honest molars.
okay. So as he's talking, he and Bentley are talking. Amy Ann's kind of like looking at him, squinting her eyes. She's like, Can I tell how bad his teeth are?
Make me a perception check.
I feel like she should have advantage with that being her specialty.
Well, I'm going to give... Do you have proficiency in perception?
No,
I'm going to give you proficiency because you are...
it's dental related.
Because it's dental related.
Okay. A 13.
13? Just from what you can see, like at least the front teeth, it looks like he takes care of them.
Okay. I think we can trust this guy, guys. He's got good teeth.
Is that your baseline?
No, it's you got
Minimum
different levels,
requirement.
different
So,
levels of
so
requirements.
he says, well, here, your friends, he says, I heard about a brush up in the town square earlier in the Grand Bazaar over some deal with some stolen intellectual property. That would not happen to be your friends, would it?
Friends is a very strong word.
Let's say that
Somewhere a single tear rolls down Taylor Jacobs' face, and she doesn't know why, but it's just
Why
there.
am I crying?
That's why she pooped.
That's fantastic.
Richard
Is this
is
going
going
to
to
be a
say.
thing from now on?
We'll see.
Richard's going to say. Let's just say that yes, we are related to that incident, and we are looking for more information on how to deal with it.
Well, you see, I happen to have Bluegle's lawyer that they send to handle most situations like that on personal retainer. I could go speak to him and, maybe see if I could bend his ear a little more favorably for your friends.
Interesting.
He says, now, I must disclose that, I'm not here for purely altruistic reasons. He says, I do normally receive some sort of finder's fee for my assistance with matters like this.
And that fee would be?
I I would leave it to whatever you see fair, and we could negotiate from there. I'm not a monster.
I mean,
You
we can
are.
also just wait.
You're not
until-
So Richard's like, all right, can we discuss this
Yes,
for
yes.
just a second?
Yes, and he steps away and he says, I'll be right over here. And he points at the table with the other goblins.
All right. We're definitely being fleeced, but it sounds like everything needs to have some palms greased in this town.
Yeah.
Maybe we can.
Well, I think that the plan is still that after lunch we're going to go see and talk to them and see what happened too,
If they let us in.
He's like, we're trying to get out of here, wake up from this crazy dream. The money doesn't really mean anything, so let's give them just a gold piece from each of us. We'll get them off our
Yeah.
backs, and then we can get
Yeah.
back with what we're doing.
That's good idea. Okay. Should we wave them back here? Or?
Yeah.
But I don't want to give up my money.
I'll pay.
All right. she's got dentist money.
You never know how
Yeah.
long we're going to be here.
All right, so Nimio comes back over and he goes, so, what did you decide?
We decided, and at this point, because why not, Richard is going to try to cast Charm Person.
Okay.
Yes.
Are you like
Not on purpose,
I
but
was
like
just- okay.
Oh, okay, I got you. I'm following.
he needs to make a wisdom saving throw.
What does it look like?
So what it looks like is because he did not try to do this as well the first time he tried to negotiate, but he puts on his consulting face. So his smile's like a little bit bigger. He's like more personable when he's talking to them. He's a little bit livelier. Hands are moving and things like this. He's just got more of a welcoming presence to himself.
What was your DC?
The DC is 14.
He does not pass the DC
Oh,
and is
God.
charmed.
Excellent. And so we're like, Nimia, we've decided that we will take you up on your offer. As new people in town, the best we can do is 3 gold, but we think that that would be amicable.
All right, so since he's charmed, I'm going to say you have advantage on a persuasion check.
That sounds right to me. So I rolled 2 16s plus 6, so 22.
Yeah, you win. He says, you're new in town. Let's say I'll accept your offer so that in the future, you know that you can do business with me. That way, everyone's happy.
That sounds perfect.
All right, well, let me go speak to my contact and we'll be in touch. And you see as he goes up to the bar, tosses a couple of silver, and drunkenly stumbles out of the
Oh,
door.
God. He's a little more drunk than I thought he was. Did not catch that from the way he was talking at all.
Some time passes. Is there anything else you guys are wanting to do while you're kind of
Amy Ann's
relaxing?
going to test how many bowls of soup she can get before the bartender calls her out.
Okay.
It did say it was on the
Fantastic.
house as long as you had 3 drinks.
So-
kind of say that.
I'm going to
Yeah, she's going
say
to test out how many that is.
I'm going to say after 5,
Okay.
I'm going to need you
how
to
big
make
is your
a
stomach?
I'm going to need
she
you to
loves
make a
to eat.
constitution saving throw.
Okay, my argument. She is a big girl. She works out a lot. She eats a lot. She's
Okay.
a fan of competitive eating. Not a competitor, but she knows of it.
Yeah.
So I would argue for advantage on this.
Well, let's roll the first one, see how it goes.
Yeah, what is it? Is Constitution?
Yes.
20? Dirty 20.
You're not even phased. Like you're feeling good, and the warm soup is the most comforting thing you've encountered since you woke up.
Okay. Man, this is great, guys. We
So
should come
she's just
back.
over here just like piling away bowls of this potato
Yeah.
soup.
As I say, Bentley
Is
eats
it
2
the
tops.
kind, even though I'm not there, is it the kind that is liquidy enough that she can just slurp, or is it like a spoon?
No, there's some
Is
chunks
she like
in there.
doing this, or is she doing this?
No, she's
Sorry,
she's
no one can
doing
see that.
she's doing the spoon thing, you know,
Okay.
like Goku from
Yeah.
Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah.
And then as soon as she gets all the big chunks out, she is
Yeah.
tilting it up and
Okay,
just
I just
chugging
needed
it.
a visual because, like, I don't know. I just needed a visual.
I'm just
Thank you for
picturing like a
confirming.
potato
And
shape.
as she's like just putting these things away, the bartender is getting more and more like aggressive with the cleaning of his glasses. And you see him whisper something to one of the goblins sitting at the table that Nimio was sitting at, and you see him like wander back into the back and put an apron on and
Go make more soup.
So while we're just hanging out and stuff, right in the high of a successful negotiation, Richard is going to he's going to pay for some more drinks on Amy Ann's behalf.
Okay.
Wow, Richard, thanks. You did a great job with that guy over there. You're a real pro.
Oh, thank you. I feel like it is
Yeah.
like sometimes it's in your bones.
All right.
Wait,
so
were you saying you're paying? Are you saying you're putting it on Amy Ann's tab, or
No,
you're
I am
paying
buying more
soup?
drinks for me to drink, but so that she can have more soup.
Thank you.
Okay,
Thank
sorry,
you,
I
Richard.
was like,
Wow.
wow.
I legitimately thought you were buying Amy Ann more water.
all right. Can the three of you make a perception check?
Yes.
Perception is just not my skill. That's a 5.
Okay.
That's a 9.
9,
7.
7.
Bad.
You've gone soup drunk.
Super drunk.
Yeah,
Okay,
so
so-
time has passed. The Bentley's finished just 3 drinks.
Yeah, so you guys hear a noise coming from the kitchen area, and like you look over and you see a slight blur, but you don't really see what happened. So after a few hours pass by, and you guys like, how many more bowls of soup does Amy Ann try to shovel?
I mean, you
down?
said I could only do 5, right?
No, I said you did. Like after 5, you had to roll Constitution save,
And I did
and you
fine.
passed the
Okay.
fuck out of it.
Okay, 5 more, man. I mean,
Okay,
she's
now
gonna really
roll
take advantage
me.
of this.
Okay, so with 10 total,
Yeah.
you're gonna roll
Yeah.
with a -2
-2 what?
to your roll.
Just a D20?
Yeah.
Okay. So that was a 16, so 14.
Okay. You're starting to feel full.
Ooh, yeah. This is
Like
you
it's
didn't-
that it's
you didn't
that
enter
good
Constitution.
full. Like you
You
know
said
when you're
D20
eating
minus
something and you're enjoying
Oh.
like the eating of it, and you're like, I shouldn't eat any more of this, but you kind of want to. That's where you're at.
That's her sweet spot where she
Yeah.
likes to be. Yeah. Thank you.
She's gonna need a constipation check soon.
Oh, all right. So it's about after several hours pass by. You still haven't seen Nimio, but it's about that time you guys hear some familiar voices from outside of the public house.
Oh, is that our group? You heard that, guys?
Everything works out.
Hey.
Bentley's gonna listen for a second. Does he hear like a obnoxious, like overly happy voice of Taylor?
Another single tear rolls down Taylor Jacobs' face,
Can't stop.
and in through the door comes one Jimmy Sticks.
Jimmy!
Hey.
I don't think that translated very well at all.
Describe what you do.
I walk in like the Fonz. Hey.
Oh, hey, it's Jimmy.
Jimmy, are you here legally or did you like escape?
I am now legally here. An employee of Bluegle.
Oh.
Yeah, that kind of sucks, but they let me out of jail, so, on to crime another
This
day.
work release.
Cry me a river. What can I do? I'm now employed and out of jail, so better than most people.
I'm now wondering if Jimmy stole stuff from work previously.
Don't come to my house.
It's like we had like some old equipment come up missing.
Told you I would take care of it.
So
Why you have to do
So
it?
right behind Jimmy comes Crystal and Taylor Jacobs.
Hey, you guys made it.
Hi. Oh my gosh, so good to see you. So grateful. Taylor's gonna go in for a hug.
Aw, she gives her a reciprocating hug. Yeah.
Crystal's gonna awkwardly insert herself into
Crystal, no need here, and she just takes her. She takes her in. It's all good, girl. Good to see you.
Wait, the question is, how tight does Taylor hug her? Because there's a lot of soup in her stomach.
You guys got to try the soup. It's delicious.
If there's any left.
So as you guys are all embracing, you see as the bartender sees like all of you come in, and he turns back to the goblin who just refilled the soup, and he tells him, "Fetch the apples."
Gratitude today keeps the haters away, and that's why we want to thank you for listening to Overworked and Underplayed. You just heard Alex Capps as our DM, Anna Lynn Hardy as Taylor Jacobs, Katie as Crystal, Marjorie as Dr. Amy Ann Amanda, Marcel Hardy as Richard Cox, Tyler as Bentley, and Kyle as Jimmy Sticks. We hope you enjoyed it, and we'll circle back in 2 weeks on January 12th for the next episode. New Year's resolutions are right around the corner, and what better way to be held accountable than to share them on the internet? If you tag us in a post where you share your resolution before Tuesday, January 3rd, we'll give you a shout out at the end of the next episode. You can find us everywhere at OwnUpPod. That's OWNUPPOD subreddit r/OwnUp.
Just for point of reference, what you guys missed was that a rat ran out from the kitchen and the goblin came out and just smacked it with a cast iron skillet, put it in the skillet, and whistled like walking back into the kitchen with it.
This is what happens in a world where sauce does not exist.
Exactly.
Okay, so